Can you talk to us about the importance of music in your life and
Ooh.
just growing up, like how that played a part in your developments?
Yeah. Wow, that's deep. Well, first and foremost, hey, I'm Maya Simone, like Maya Papaya. I'm a singer, songwriter, and I make sounds. Music is very important to me, and it always has been important to me. It's an extension of myself. You know, I feel like as a vocalist, it's when I produce sound or when I sing to people, it's just me personified or transferred into sound. So it's literally you just feeling me. You're just feeling my vibrations.
Yeah.
But it's now instead of words, because words are also vibrations, it's just sound. So, and fun fact, I wasn't always a singer-songwriter. Like, I wanted to be a lawyer. I literally wanted to be a lawyer at some point in my life. Which
How long?
Bro, like...
It's like middle school, high school?
Yeah, like I went to a conference and everything on like law. Yeah, it was deep. Then I realized my intention for wanting to do that wasn't in the right place.
Okay.
I just was like, oh, I heard defense attorneys make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I like to argue.
Secure the bag.
Yeah, so before I realized my passion for music, I feel like I was just making noise. You know, like people are like, oh, how long have you been singing? And I'm like, I feel like I've been making noise my entire life. But I didn't start to produce sound until 3 years ago when it became like, I know why I'm a singer. So there was like, it was very intentional. So before it became intentional or without a purpose, it was just like, whatever. But now I'm aware of that. So in short, music is me. Music is very important to me.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
To be a lawyer out here.
Yeah, defense attorney. Then I was like, nah, I don't.
Double back, get it right.
Yeah.
So what about like so you never was like on a choir or nothing like that? Like growing up in church?
So I actually didn't grow up in church.
No? What? I'm assuming y'all don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in church. I didn't intentionally go to church until I got to college.
Okay.
My sophomore year in college. But like I would go with my grandparents every once in a while, like for Easter and stuff like that. So no, I didn't sing. I didn't grow up singing in the choir. I didn't actually, my first time singing in church was like a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I met a pastor and he was like, some kind of way, I was like, yeah, I never sang in church before. He was like,
you got to.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Right. But I did sing in choirs, like in school and stuff like that. But it was with a lot of white people. Like I grew up in the suburbs. So, which was really interesting with finding my voice because I didn't like my singing voice for years. I did not like my singing voice because I was around a lot of like, hallelujah. And I don't sound like that. Like, you know, I have a different texture. So, you know, when I was the only one producing that sound amongst that, it really took me a while to accept what I was sounding like, what I sound like, and what I am. So, yeah, no, I did not grow up singing in church choirs at all. Not one bit. Nope.
Wow. This is mind-boggling. Look, I'm learning with y'all. You feel me? This is a learning experience. So as we're conversating, as we're conversating, y'all learning, I'm learning, we learning.
All together.
It's a party. You feel me?
Like actually, my mom told me that when I was little, like under 5, she said one day I took all my stuffed animals. Because I used to have like these little cartoon Bible books. Yeah. So I took all my stuffed animals and I lined them up and I stood up on this stool and had my dog and was like preaching to them. I was little. I was small.
Were you always like a confident speaker or like had a gift to speak to people? Because just I had a feeling you was going to say that, but from the story with the stuffed animals and stuff, I'm like, it might be.
No.
It might be.
You know what's funny? Actually, like okay. The fact that I am a singer and the fact that I do what I do now, my parents are like,
confused.
Who is this person?
Yeah.
Because when I was little, like I grew up a very introverted child, like very shy. Like my babysitter didn't even know I could talk. Like I would only talk to people at home, and I used to get in trouble for that. Like you know how black families are. Like you go in somebody's house, you speak.
Yeah.
Like I would get in trouble because they'd be like, "Oh hi, little girl," and I'll just be like,
maybe not.
yeah, like. But no, I grew up very introverted, and it wasn't until I realized my voice and what that means to vocalize that I became confident in that, because I knew my why.
So they kind of happened at the same time.
Yes.
Wow.
It did. 110%. Yep. So once I knew why, then I was able to be intentional.
And can you speak on your why?
Yeah. Oh man. To glorify God. Truly, I believe that every time, this is just my belief, everybody feels different things, but I believe every time I get on a stage or every time I am on some type of platform where there are humans that are listening to me, that's an opportunity to exchange. That's an opportunity to give love and give the word and be a vessel of God. That's why, like, when I was talking about like turning noise into sound, like before it was just noise. It wasn't streamlined. It was no purpose. But then when I realized like, oh, I have this to be a mouthpiece for God, things changed. Everything changed, actually. So, you know, even the way that the room will respond to when I, whatever. Like the Maya you see performing, that was not always a thing.
Yeah.
Like at all. At all.
Right.
So yeah, it was a process, but I think what changed it for me was God. But like aligning your lifestyle with what you want to do and where you want to go. Yeah, that's definitely really deep. Yeah.
Like how she summed that up in conclusion.
Yeah.
That's a
It's a
beautiful
teacher thing.
Yeah.
I do teach out
Yes,
here.
yeah.
You feel me?
What you teaching?
Vocal lessons. Yeah, I teach private vocal lessons.
As you should.
But you know what's interesting? I like to say I don't teach vocal lessons. I just teach people how to find their sound. I teach people like how to see themselves. That's really all I do.
Beautiful.
Because half the time it's so much more than just like singing. Like for example, 9 times out of 10, whenever I have a first lesson with somebody, what they exude is insecurity and being like overly critical of themselves. And it's like, why do you do that? Why? Because you're vulnerable, because you're vocalizing something. You're afraid of your sound. You're afraid of what your truth, right? So all I really do is just teach people or guide people how to accept their sound and their truth. That's about it.
That reminds me of like, say like, you know, when I'm on Instagram, I do voice messages a lot, or people just hearing their voice or hearing themselves on video, like it bothers them and it annoys people.
It gets them cringy.
And that reminded me of that, like them not being. And I was there. But the more I did it, it's like, in the moment, I don't feel that way because I can't hear my own voice. Right. But hearing it back, it's like, you be like, man.
I sound like that.
Yeah, like,
and it's like, why do we do that?
Yeah.
Like, where does that even come from? Like, that's not you. That's not of you.
Yeah.
You know? So, that's really what I do. I teach people the road back to themselves. That's about it. And it just so happens to be using the medium of music. That's about it. But
that's a beautiful thing. Oh, while we on that, any advice to artists as far as like, you know, their journey, their why, their career, and how they moving?
Yeah. So first things first, if you're my advice to vocalists, really any type of artist who uses their body, right? Your instrument is in your body. Take care of your body. I know that for myself as a vocalist, when I prioritized my health, my singing improved. my breath control improved. For example, something that I do, y'all can clown me later, but I really took a page from Beyonce's book at some point, and when I work out, I sing. Like when I'm running, I'm singing.
Yeah.
Like
rappers do it too. Like Andre 3000, they said
if I'm running, I'll really be on the track like like I'm singing to build, you know, that breath control, but also to like recreate what it would feel like to perform. So my advice for any type of vocalist or singer-songwriter like myself would be to take care of your body, to honor your body, and to nourish your body, because it all plays a role. It really, really does. If you're unhealthy, you can hear it, especially as a vocalist. I feel like being a vocalist is one of the, and anybody else who's not, y'all can fight me later. That's cool. We can argue. But I feel like a vocalist, a singer, is probably the most honest instrument there is. And I say that because it's in your body. Mm-hmm. If you are scared and you're trying to sing, you're going to hear that, John. Mm. If you are shy and you sing, I can hear when someone's insecure just by the way they sing.
Wow.
You can hear it. You can feel it. Like Jill, she's a grown woman.
Yeah.
She has a grown woman sound. You can hear it.
Yeah.
Right? So take care of your body, but also this may be a very unconventional advice, but I grew so much and I continue to grow as an artist the more I learned myself. The more aware you are of yourself, the purer your art is going to be, because it's an extension of you. If you don't know you, if you don't know your sound, if you don't know what you stand for, if you don't know what you believe in, it's going to come out through your art. That is just a given. It's going to come out. So yeah, really learn yourself. Be intimate with yourself, right? A lot of people, they run away from intimacy. Facts. True intimacy.
Facts.
We run away from that. And I want to encourage artists, because it's such a beautiful thing to become intimate with themselves and honest with themselves. And then you can be more of a vessel without blockages, mm-hmm. without the block of insecurity, without the block of comparing yourself to other people, and so on and so forth. In terms of business-wise, my advice would be educate yourself. Educate yourself and get out of your head. Just do it. That's it. I used to be that person. We with Tea and Talk. Yeah. I don't have it all together yet. So sometimes we plan to a point where it makes us paralyzed. We plan till we get paralyzed, to where you don't even do anything. My advice is to just start. It's okay if you don't know it all right now. It's okay if you don't have that equipment. Use what you have.
We'll figure it out on the way, baby.
And figure it out along the way.
Come on.
You know?
Consistency.
Precisely.
Drop on them. Keep dropping. Content.
No, that is serious.
Come
and,
on.
you know, at the end of the day, take a leap and watch what happens. Take a chance on yourself and watch what happens. Take you seriously and watch what happens. And my last advice would be, believe in yourself. Like, do you believe you're dope? Do you believe in your message? Are you convicted on what you're saying? Or do you like your art? Do you like what you're putting out there? It has to start with you. Because if it doesn't start with you, if you don't feel it, nobody else is going to feel it. And that's a promise. I promise you that.
Oh, God.
If you don't feel it, no one else will. So, in short, in conclusion, the first things first would be take care of yourself. Health is really wealth. It's more than just, oh, you like to sing, you like to perform. What if you're blessed, performers, with a 2-hour set, but your body doesn't have the stamina to do it because you're not taking care of yourself, or you're drained, right? So take care of yourself, learn yourself, accept yourself, and the more you accept yourself, the more purer your art is going to be. Educate yourself. Keep learning. You know, study artists. I know for myself, something that I do is I watch performers. Like, I literally, my study time is I'm watching the greats. I'm watching Jill. I'm watching The Roots. I'm watching Celia Cruz, who's a Cuban artist. And to that point, expand your horizon.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just, oh, you like rap music, just listen to rap. Nah, check out some Brazilian stuff. Check out some Indian music. I started listening to Indian. Yeah, truly expand your horizons and just be open to change. Be open. and just take a chance. Just do it, you know. And I have to remind myself of that, to just do it. Like, Maya, stop thinking about it. Just do it and see what happens. And that literally was tea and talk. I was depressed and I was like, I want to do this thing. I pulled together what I had and I just did it. And it was sold out. The first tea and talk I had, it was at Henry's Spot, the artwork gallery. Shout out to y'all.
Whole lot of
capacity. Like, we reached full capacity.
Yes.
And I was like, what? Like, it was such a pleasant surprise because I didn't, you just never know. You never know how people are going to take what you give. So just go for it, because at the end of the day, I strongly feel like we each have something special. So why are you holding on to it? It's yours to give.
Share with the world.
Abundantly.
Bless.
Because you're in abundance. So it's yours to give abundantly. You never know who needs it.